Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 18 of the Frisky Whiskey. Tonight we have a good one for you. Mike D, what are we doing?
So, as we've been talking about for the last many episodes now, and we've done 3 Battle of Ryes, we got the winners with us tonight, and I've promised June Madness, and we are in June.
We are
in June. And with the June Madness, the final finale Battle of Ryes, we have a guest tonight, a good friend of ours that we met through Whiskey University and a bottle share event, our friend Steve. Steve, how you doing today?
Hey, guys, doing good.
Thanks for being on our show today.
Thanks for having me.
And as I promised for our Battle of Ryes, that I said that there was going to be a wild card, a Cinderella story coming into this battle. We have a rye of the hour, a rye with the power, a rye not to be sour. Steve, what did you bring tonight?
I'm glad you used the word power because this thing has it. We're talking over 130 proof.
Oof.
And
coming in hot.
I think it's going to blow you away.
Nice. What's the name of this one?
So this is Treaty Oak Shenley Reserve. Treaty Oak is the Texas distillery.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go into that a little bit later. Let's just, okay. So this is this way. So I said rye with the power. This rye has some power.
It's coming in with some heat.
134 proof.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I think that's our highest proof so far.
Yes, that's going to be the highest proof we've ever drinking on the show so far.
Yeah, I think 115 is where we were at before. So,
and to remind our listeners who were listening to our previous rye battles, we had the Michter's single barrel straight rye, which is only 84 proof.
Pleb.
Right? And then we have the Uncle Nearest rye, which is 100 proof. Okay, it's getting closer. And then we have the Sazerac rye, which is 90 proof, which is one of the last battle of ryes. Yep. So this is going to be a good night tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to try some ryes, and we're going here.
I think we
so
should.
We're going to start with the first winner of our Battle of Ryes from Battle of Ryes number 1, the Michter's single barrel. So we're going to get going here. All right. And tonight I'm definitely using a jigger because we're doing 4 tonight.
That's why I brought it down.
Yes, because I can get a little heavy in the pours when we're just doing 3. It goes easy. So have you ever had the Michter's before?
Not the rye.
Not the rye. Ooh. Have you had the other ones though? Or
yes.
Okay.
I actually really like their sour mash.
Okay, no, I haven't had that one.
It's really good. You should give it a shot. Yeah, this ended up becoming my favorite rye that we've done so far, with Uncle Nearest probably number 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Uncle Nearest was very, very good.
It was kind of ridiculous. I wasn't expecting it. And it has a cool little story, right? Because, Uncle Nearest being named after the guy who taught Jack Daniels the trade.
Yeah.
Right? Came up with the Lincoln method, all that good stuff. So it's pretty cool. Like, that had a cool backstory to it. Michter's doesn't have that history. It's just really good.
Well, it has a history, though. I mean,
it has a history.
So to remind everybody, this dates back to 1753.
Yeah.
And it was actually originally called Shenk's whiskey. Mm-hmm. John Shenk founded it back in Pennsylvania. And as history lore goes, Georoge Washington, during the Revolutionary War, went and bought barrels of this whiskey to bring to his soldiers at Valley Forge during the winter to keep them warm during the battles.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So it's got a good history there.
The original version of this, yes.
And it didn't turn to Michter's until 1950 when Lou Forman of Forman-Brown, as they were buying up all these different small distilleries that had gone under because of Prohibition, brought it back, and he rebranded it as Michter's based off his 2 sons' names.
Nice.
So, okay, we're going to go in here. So our taste and nose we're going to get out of this would be like rye, some spicy, some pepper, some butterscotch, a little marmalade, some port, and some grain. All right, so go in there.
Yeah.
I'm getting that smell.
Still as good as it always was.
Yep, getting that smell in there. Getting that spicy, that rye's in there.
You can definitely smell the rye.
That sweetness is in there. It's probably between a butterscotch and a port.
I think that's marmalade.
I'm getting a lot of some cherry maybe, and what that tells me is this is going to be a low rye.
Okay.
Go ahead. You know the mash bill?
Well, I do not know the mash bill on this one.
Maybe it tells you.
I can tell you that it's batch 20L3023.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one. The old 2023 batch. So this is really got a nice flavor to it. Very smooth. The pepper's there on the tongue. The spiciness is there. That rye is there.
There's a reason why this one's my favorite
grain is there,
one.
so it gives you that kind of salivating dryness.
I just like the it's the right amount of spice for me for a rye, I think. That's why I like it so much.
Okay. Well, this is a low rye, then that's your profile right there, I guess.
What did you think? Did you taste it yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna do it right now.
Give it a taste, Steve.
Since it's your first time, too, what do you think of it?
Very slight hint of medicinal, not necessarily a bad way, but I got the cherry on the nose, and that definitely came through to the palate. It's good. It's a sweetness, like a dark cherry, I would say. That's what I'm getting, at least.
Get dark cherry out of that?
I mean, that's
probably that port that's coming in there.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be the port.
Definitely pepper.
Yeah, right at the, on the side of on the side of the tongue, I think, is where the pepperiness is for me.
Yeah, the pepper's there, but it's not a spicy pepper.
No.
For me.
No, it's not. It's like there's a little spice in there, but it's not like spicy.
No.
Like we've had spicy.
Yeah.
So this is definitely not. There's a little spice
It's
in
a
there.
lot more mellow.
Oh, yeah, this is a very smooth, easy drinking. Goes good with what we had for our food tonight.
It does, actually.
I think this goes great with the steak.
Very well. Yeah.
So our man T.I., who I've always said I'll put this guy up against anybody in a smoking competition, made an amazing ribeye tonight. Tell us how you did that tonight, T.I.
It was a reverse sear. So it's simply throwing it into the oven first. You can also use a, what was the thing you called it earlier?
Sous vide.
Sous vide, there you go. So you can use that as sous vide. Basically, you're trying to get it to just before being like medium rare, right? Then you pull it out, and then you throw it onto your charcoal or grill of choice. I used my Traeger 500, just seared it off nicely until it got to about 125, 130, and then pulled them off, let them set.
It was perfect, man. It was so nice and red.
Literally from edge to edge. That's the whole point of doing a nice reverse sear.
Oh, yeah, that came out good. That goes great with a good rye, in my opinion.
And all you need is salt, pepper.
Yeah, you didn't go crazy with the seasoning. It was really good. And then you made a mac and cheese that was really good too. A homemade mac and cheese, not like Stouffer's.
Yeah, so this is a 4-cheese blend mac and cheese. So I just took shells, some smoked Gouda, some mozzarella. I took extra sharp cheddar and extra sharp white cheddar, and then just kind of mixed them all together. And interesting enough, this recipe actually has evaporated milk and 3 eggs in it.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
That's fun.
it was deep. It was very good.
so it becomes more like a heavier like mac and cheese. So it actually has some sustenance to it.
That was very good. Those sticks were like butter. I mean, that melted into my mouth, man. That was really good, man. Good job, man. Great for the Battle of Ryes.
I think so.
Very good. Very
I
good.
needed something big for it, right? We've been talking about this. And we have a guest, so I had to show off a little bit.
Right? And it's June Madness.
And it's June Madness. There's a whole bunch going on.
Oh,
right
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, but this is really tasty. All right, so now we're going to go into the second phase of this battle with the Michters, and we're going to do a little bit with ice, and you're going to do some droplets of water in yours. All right, so we're going to...
Unless you want some ice. We have plenty of ice, but...
But you're not an ice guy, right? I mean...
I'm not a nice guy, and I think that'd be fun if we all did something a little different.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's why I got the water for you. So when we first met Steve, he was getting ready to move, and he did an inventory of his collection,
Oh, yeah,
his
his
whiskey
stock.
collection. So he sent it to us, and that's what made us do ours. So we want to thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because it really was like,
was a good
we got to
idea.
do
Glad
this.
it inspired.
And you have an impressive collection, sir.
Oh, please.
Of whiskeys. You have a very impressive collection. I want to come over to your house and play.
Look, I'm a mortal man.
Here you go.
Don't put me on a pedestal.
Put that in your put that into your glass, please, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Whole thing.
Okay.
Whole thing's all yours.
All right,
There you go.
T.I.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing the jigger game. I give myself enough. Let me give myself a little bit more because I'm that kind of guy. So I just came back from a little Key West trip. Went to Key Largo and Isla Morada. It was cool there. Really nice there. I had a really good time. Drank a lot of daiquiris.
You guys probably saw some pictures on our Instagram.
Yeah, you saw. Actually, I posted a couple of things. I had that bullet rye. I had the bullet pre-made old fashioned, which is good to bring up. Honestly, if you're going on vacation and you like a cocktail,
If you want a consistent old fashioned,
right? And you don't want to look. You want to save some money. You're in your room, and you want to have an old fashioned. But you don't want to bring all the stuff to make an old fashioned. Get that. Throw it in the refrigerator. Keep it cold. Oh, it was so tasty, so perfect. It helped save my trip. You're not going to find a lot of whiskey drinks at these bars in Key West.
I mean, it's pirate country, man.
Yeah, it's totally tequila and rum dominated. Which look, I had these key lime daiquiris, which I've never had before. I've been to Key West before multiple times. I've never had that before. with some coconut rum floaters. Oh man, those were good.
I mean, that just sounds good.
Oh, it was just so good, man.
I don't know. Do you drink any of that stuff, or are you pretty much just straight whiskeys?
Well, I have my preferences, and but no, I'm open to it.
All right.
Oh, you should
What's
be
your
open to
preferences then?
Definitely the bourbons,
The bourbons.
Yeah.
Okay, bourbons. All right.
some Ryes, in that wheelhouse.
All right.
Okay.
I dig it.
All right. So now we got you. You put little drops of water in yours.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got 3 right now. Let me give it one more.
One more. Okay.
So the water bit, right? How did you get into that? And is there like an exact science you use for, adding water to your whiskey?
No, and that's the beauty of it.
Okay, so you
All
kind of
trial and error.
so do you kind of start off low, and then if you need a little bit more, you just add more? Or
I absolutely start off with 0.
water. Yes,
Right.
yeah, that's where we started off.
Yeah.
So then where do you go from
And
there?
you play with it. I mean, I typically don't end up enjoying a lot of water. So, 3 drops max is usually what I'm looking at doing.
Because that water opens up flavors, right? I mean, as well, we do that. So it opens up those flavors and brings out, brings it out a little bit more in certain terms. Because I've noticed that when I have friends over and I do this with them, and they notice, I'll see them see where the flavor changes when we add the water or the ice. So
I really don't do it that often. You guys are kind of inspiring me to maybe do this some more.
you got to
Become the mad scientist we know you are, Steve.
Yeah. So let's go in. So let's see what opens up in these flavors.
It does. The smell has changed a lot. Like it did. It definitely. I know
it's
what you were
more
talking
butterscotch.
about.
Ooh, I'm getting more vanilla now.
Yeah, vanilla butterscotch is definitely coming out now more.
Yeah, that's one thing I liked about this rye is when you added the water, like all that spice kind of like allowed the other flavors to kind of come to the front, which is why I liked it so much because I like drinking it on ice a little bit.
Oh, this is tasty. It's like, and to me, it got better with the ice, with the more opening up that sweetness of the flavors, in my opinion. So that's just my opinion,
Well, so now I do get the butterscotch, the vanilla. I get that a lot.
Now, since you're more of a neat guy, you put the water in there. What do you think?
It's still really good. This is one of those things where it's like someone saying, "Who's your favorite kid?" I still really, really enjoy it. It's different. It's a little bit tamer, and it's got some different flavor. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
If I had to pick between the two, probably the first one.
Yeah,
So you like it neat better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight neat.
Okay.
I mean, it is low enough proof where you can enjoy it neat without it, burning your face off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is going to happen if that last one I think was going to,
That's fine.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
He spiked it. No, I really like the Michters. It still stands, in my opinion. There's a reason why this one won the first battle.
Yes. Which I can't remember what the other ones were against it, and I looked at it, and I don't remember because my brain is fried from the whole week I was in the Keys.
In
So,
the Keys, it's fine.
drinking beer, daiquiris, and then either old fashions or some Delmore Scotch or Buchanan Scotch. My friend's father brought Buchanan Scotch, and which I want to little shout out to my my boys at Locale Gastropub in Lake Park. I got a whole bottle of their
that's right.
milk rum punch.
That was super good.
That was, for the Keys, that was amazing. Yeah. My friend's father, my friends were Cuban. My friend's father was so funny. He's like, "Yo, man, give me that. Give me that bottle." He drank half of that on that bottle the first day. He's like, "This is the best punch I've ever had."
That's a big compliment.
Oh yeah.
And you had some of it too, right?
I did. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's very good.
It was weird. It had like a I don't know, like a spicy baking spice or something
cinnamon
like that.
in it, like allspice.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Almost like a star anise in it,
and
too.
I cut up a bunch of oranges, so I brought that in a boat with ice, and we were making our glass. I was throwing pieces of oranges in there. It was perfect. A little citrus at the end because you're out there in the heat. You got to get as much, as liquids in you as possible while you're sitting out there. And
not alcohol liquids.
Yeah,
It's totally alcohol
exactly. Throwing the orange in there was perfect, so it was good. It was really good.
Prevents scurvy.
Yeah, and he brought a bottle. It's funny. He brought a bottle of Buchanan Scotch on the boat, and so we were doing capful shots throughout the day. This guy's like 84 years old.
Hey, man, they know how to
This
party.
man's throwing down, man. It was a good time, man.
Yeah, definitely a good rye.
This is tasty.
Hopefully, you pick up a bottle to add to your already fairly massive collection. It's not that bad. It's only $48.99.
40. Actually, I checked when I went on Total Wine's website. It was $46.99.
Oh, nice.
It changes.
Yeah.
But it's
But it's going to be in that range.
Yeah, so it's not bad. Look, it's 84 proof. So in theory, this is the lowest proof of the 4 tonight. But they have, it's a great flavor. Great. I almost call this an everyday rye.
Oh yeah.
So this one's a single barrel. Do they have a non-single barrel?
They have another one.
A rye.
Yes, they have another one, and it's a specialty batch that they make. But I can't remember what it was. I just looked at it too. Like I said, my brain's fried from the week, man. I just looked at it too. But they have another rye that they do make. It's not a single batch.
Okay. And the nice thing about Michter's is if you like, one of their products, they're going to be pretty consistent because I think they're one of the few maybe that heat cycles.
Yeah. Yeah, I like their bourbons. I like their whiskey. The sour mash whiskey is very good. In fact, that's what T.I. is the one who introduced me to the rye. I had a bottle of the sour mash, and rye kind of won me over a little bit though. I'm a rye guy. If I had to go in the direction, I'm more of a rye guy. I like my ryes. So this is tasty.
I'm gonna have to give you some of the sour. I think I have a little bit left upstairs.
Okay.
If you're interested in trying it out.
I won't say no.
Perfect.
All right, so I think we're going to move on to Uncle Nearest. What we want to do is we're going to do a quick little
quick
little cleaning real quick.
All right, everyone's glasses in, except for you, Steve. You have to finish yours first. Go ahead. There. Unceremoniously dump it in there. Perfect.
All right, so now we're hitting the Uncle Nearest.
We are.
And you heard T.I. mentioned it before about Uncle Nearest. He's the one who taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey. And he came up with the Lincoln County process that if you're in Tennessee, if you don't follow that process, you can't call it Tennessee whiskey, which is kind of cool. Like this guy invented an entire process that's going on for generations now. So that's just a cool story, and the fact that, given the time of the era, being a black man in that time of era, that he's being recognized now for it, and he's being respected for it now, which I think is really cool.
I think so too.
I think that's very, very cool.
So is Lincoln County additive?
Additive?
No, it's not additive. It's a part of the process.
It's part of the process. It's it's that the charred maple wood that they use.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it an additive though. Additive sounds like something you get like in a mac and cheese you buy in a box.
So I asked that because that's the debate why people debate if it's
not an
bourbon.
additive.
I don't call it an additive. Oh, is it a bourbon or not?
I do not call it additive. I call it reductive, if anything.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Because you're actually removing stuff from the whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not adding per se a flavor. And because of that, I consider it a bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it follows all the other stuff that a bourbon does, right?
This is going through that one process, though.
Exactly. Now, I don't think there's anything super special about the process to make a rye. It just needs to be mostly rye, and then you can kind of
do whatever you want.
Make up corn and
exactly.
Whatever else.
Glass, please.
Yeah. Since we're on the topic of various things, what is your thoughts on weeded bourbon?
I've had a lot of great ones. I actually just picked up the BEP.
Okay.
Maker's latest and I think last, their wood finishing series.
How was that?
It was interesting. It's not my favorite of the wood finishing. Honestly, I got a little bit of green olive on the palate.
Oh, that's weird.
That's really weird. Yeah, wow. I don't think I've ever heard that.
That's almost like salty sour, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Not in a bad way, but it was interesting. But, a lot of theirs, my God, I've got a toasted marshmallow that's phenomenal. The FAE, the BRTs, those really good stuff. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of weededs out there that I love.
Okay, all right. Oh, so real quick before you guys go deep into this has a really interesting taste and nose profile. Buttery, honey, licorice, pear, caraway seed, pine, clove, eucalyptus, dried orange, oak, vanilla, cinnamon, and banana, and a little earthy somewhere in there. So there's a lot going on with Uncle Nearest.
I remember the eucalyptus being it was almost like a weird clearing effect.
Yes.
When you drank it, kind of like if you had like a high alcohol content whiskey, right? It has that kind of
and this one's 100 proof.
Yeah.
It kind of has the same kind of feel and I guess taste of eucalyptus,
like the
menthol.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So definitely pay attention.
I'm getting
to that
orange. I'm getting that oak. I'm getting that vanilla a little bit.
This is nice. It does.
Oh, and by the way, so this is a price point of $51.99, 100 proof.
So this is out of the ones that we're trying in the battle is the spiciest one right now.
I get that hint of banana in the background of my nose somewhere.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting the evergreen on the nose.
So yep.
like an evergreen forest.
That's that earthy, probably mixed in with the eucalyptus, with the. I mean, I can
with the eucalyptus, with that oak,
the pine is in there. Earthy pine makes sense.
Now I know they're doing a lot of their own stuff distilling wise, but
Yeah.
this one is sourced, I believe, right?
No. They distill it there.
They're distilling the rye?
Everything's
Okay.
distilled at their place now.
That's great.
I want to go there. Actually, it looks really cool.
Well, we have a lot of places we want to go.
we do.
We got to stop saying we're going to go somewhere. We want to go someplace because we keep adding to our list of places to take a trip to.
I remember this one now. There's that eucalyptus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
there it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this came out big time in my mouth. Wow, that didn't sound right. But
That's what she said.
yeah, we'll talk.
there you go.
That's something else happened during the trip. I'm not gonna go. That dried orange is there.
Yeah, menthol.
Oh yeah, but that meant
eucalyptus
that.
nail in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's weird, right? Because like it's not a typical flavor profile you find, so having it is
very
kind
unique.
of nice.
Yeah.
Although I say it's not typical, and then I just took a look at Sazerac, and it has eucalyptus too.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Boo on me.
Boo. That is tasty. That pine's still there. I'm not getting that pear. I haven't had the licorice yet either. You know.
If I remember, that was more like on the nose rather than the flavor
Yeah.
profile.
I can see the pear on the finish.
Yeah. You seen that there? Okay.
I don't know. This is still a really good rye.
Oh yeah. Oh. And I mean, for $51, $59,
Just had this one,
$51.99.
right? Is it your first time having this one?
Yeah.
Have you had any of the other Uncle Nearest out of curiosity?
No.
Oh, they're bourbon. They're which one is it? The 1856 one. I've had that one. That's a really good one because they name their bottles based off of years of his life. So they have an 1820.
Oh, that's
was
fun.
the year he was born. They have an 1856, which is when he perfected that Lincoln County process, and he has the 1884, which is the year he retired.
Very cool.
So I've had the 1856. It's really good. I mean, you like your bourbons, you will. I guarantee you will like that.
That's
Guarantee.
fun.
it.
So it's kind of like how they do the Whisky Row series.
Yeah. Oh, this is tasty.
It really is.
And their rye only came out in 2022, so this is new to the family.
That's why I thought it was sourced. Okay.
Sourced, right?
Yeah.
So before that, it was. Do we know the mash bill of this?
I don't know if I know that kind of stuff.
Because, like it used to be sourced, I know that at one point it was also 100% rye.
No, it doesn't tell you the mash bill on here. It says a lofty experiment that worked.
Okay.
Doesn't even have a barrel on
It
it.
just says a rye mash bill matured in used Uncle Nearest barrels. That's all it says. It's still tasty though. It's very tasty.
Yeah.
I think they should start, including that kind of information.
Oh, I always appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go in for the next phase of this tasting.
Sure, why not?
All right. So while I was in the Keys, one of the nights we were after being outdoors all night, all day, and we had dinner back at the Airbnb. We decided to watch a movie. That was a Thursday night.
Okay.
Guys, we watched Cocaine Bear.
Oh, God.
Oh God, watch it.
No.
It is hilarious. No, it is a great B movie. Awesome. I couldn't stop laughing through this movie. It is absolutely
Okay, where
entertaining.
All right, where can you find it?
Yeah. For someone like me who's never even heard of this movie, what?
You ever heard of Cocaine Bear?
No.
It was where did he rent it from? Maybe he rented it through Apple. I don't know where he rented it from, but it came out like a year ago or something like that. And it's a great B, stupid, amazing movie.
So I take it that it literally is the title of the movie is what the movie's about.
Oh, it starts off with
Get Out.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
It's just a
So
cocaine
it's
bear.
literally about a bear on cocaine.
Yes. So it's actually okay.
Well, I know
so,
there's a true story
so
about
it's,
that.
No, it's based off true events. So, and I looked it up. So the true events are in the 80s, some smuggler on a plane was jumping out of a plane with a bunch of kilos. Right, his parachute fucked up. Guy hit this park, whatever park it was. He died. Right. this bear comes across it and like eats a kilo and dies right there, or if they found the bear dead, right? So that's the only part of that actually happened. What happened in the movie? Nothing. This bear did not go on a killing rampage. But this bear in the movie goes on a. But the best thing about that movie was the bear's facial expressions. Every time he was doing coke.
Oh wait, so he became addicted to cocaine.
Oh yes. Oh yes, he was looking for all the coke, and he was doing it. There's a scene where he passes out, right, and he falls on this guy. He passes out, and they're trying to get him off him. They think he's dead, and they found some kilos, and the kilo ripped open, and the dusty kilo goes near the bear. The bear sniffs it. The bear wakes up, like, all right, I'm ready again. Let's go. This is so funny. The facial expressions of this bear and the things that this bear does is hilarious. Remember, like Jaws, how it was over the top of the shark attacking people, or Jaws 2, how it attacks them both. It's like that. It is like Sharknado.
Like
it's just so over the top. Like there's a scene where the bear is chasing a ambulance, and then there's this in slow motion. The bear jumps.
I've seen that in like the trailers though.
Yeah, the bear jumps like 50 feet running into a moving ambulance. It is like no, it's just so over the top. It was so entertaining to watch. Like
so cocaine gives bears superpowers. That's what I've just learned.
Oh, this bear is like eating kilos. He's grabbing kilos and just eating them.
Did this bear talking? Was his name Yogi by any chance?
No, he didn't talk. Oh, he couldn't talk. He was grinding his teeth too much.
So he really wasn't a threat by the end of the movie. He had no teeth left.
But like the movie starts with like these people will find the bear, see this bear, like, oh, look at the bear, oh, and he's like doing all this weird stuff. The guy's like, you know, that bear's not acting right. And then the woman says something, the bear just looks at her. Like, what, bitch? Like his facial expressions were so on point.
So is it like a happy ending? The bear went to rehab.
There's no happy ending. Okay. Here. No. You know, it was actually in this movie too. I think it may have been his last movie. Ray Liotta.
Really?
Was in this movie. Oh. It was like, and you could tell, like when you see him, like
he doesn't look good.
You could tell he was sick. Like you knew something was wrong with him, man. Like you kind of like, damn. Like no wonder I think he died of like some kind of congestive heart failure thing. He wasn't looking good, but his part was funny too because like you know his whole Goodfellas thing. Mm-hmm. So he's the guy who's like, dude, I need to find this coke, or the cartel's gonna kill me. And his friend's like, the bear got it. And he's like, I don't care. We gotta get it back to the bear. He's like, you don't get it back from a bear. I'm like,
the bear ate it. No,
like there was a cop, and like the cop is like, the cop was shot, and like they're like, where did the bear go with the coke? The cop's like laughing. I'm like, you're gonna chase an apex predator on cocaine? Go for it. You went north. Like it was a very entertaining movie. Listeners, Steve, Ti, seek this movie out and watch it. It is hilarious.
Hey, I'm sold.
It is hilarious, man. Like I want to watch it again. It was so good.
What part sold you?
The first sentence that you said that it was a bear on cocaine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the first scene, like the bear's banging his head against a tree. It's like there's something wrong with that bear. I'm not telling you, seek it out. All right, so you got your water in yours, but the water in there drops. Okay, you got the ice. So the smell mellowed out completely.
But it's changed a lot.
It shifted to more of a pine for me now.
Yeah, the pine's there. I got licorices in there now a little bit for me too.
Mm-hmm. Like red licorice though, not black licorice.
The good kind.
Twizzler. It smells like a Twizzler.
That's fake. Like a rope. What's the rope?
All that, yeah, like the cinnamon.
It's nice though. I like the smell better on ice.
Yeah.
Again, it mellowed it in the right direction.
I'm guessing the vanilla is going to come out on this, and the buttery and the honey.
So how many drops did you add to this one?
I did 4 with this as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and stay pretty consistent.
Consistent through the show? Sure.
I'm still going to ask you every time.
Yeah. I'm going to go buy an 8-ball from a bear for the show.
No, that's different. I forgot how much this one mellowed out.
But Nicholas is still kind of hanging out there in the end. That it's still there a little bit.
So what did the 4 drops of water do to this one?
Honestly, it took the eucalyptus away completely. And now I'm getting mostly licorice.
No, actually, I take it back. The eucalyptus is gone. It's the licorice I'm getting now. I was confusing the two for a second. Now you say that.
I see the butter honey.
Yeah, the butter, the honey's in there now more. I totally agree with that. I thought the vanilla came out last time. I can't remember, but I'm not getting that vanilla. Maybe it's more in the smell right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there, it's right at the end.
That banana sensation I was getting was gone.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say it like that either.
Let me guess, because of the keys, you're saying weird things.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I like this one. It's nice. It's nice, you know, add a little bit of ice. I just did 1 cube. I think you did too.
I did a cube. My cubes were melting, so they're like little tiny cubes.
Well, they're all tiny cubes.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah.
Well, among other things.
No, I mean, what do you think, Steve? Like overall,
Honestly,
now that you can compare it to Michter's, what do you think?
for its proof point, it feels like it's more well-rounded proportionally to the proof. Like this one is, I feel like it's hitting every corner of my mouth.
Okay. So if you're leaning towards one or the other right now, based off the tasting of both ways,
I would have to go with the uncle.
okay. The uncle.
Uncle's pulling ahead.
The uncle is pulling ahead in this battle of the Ryes, folks. This is a battle. This is a battle royale going on here right now, like a wrestling match.
Eucalyptus was just way too unique.
Yeah,
was
exactly.
fun.
I think that's why it won last time. Although so many unique flavors going on in here, that was just too hard to say no.
Yeah, we paired him with. I think we did an unfair pairing, honestly.
I mean, do we do a fair pairing? I mean, no. I mean, we're just grabbing Ryes. We're just grabbing Ryes and throwing it in the battle.
Because I think it was Knob Creek and I don't remember the other one. We did Knob Creek Rye and something else with it.
Yeah, and it's funny. I looked at them today and I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. But Knob Creek didn't stand a chance.
No. Knob Creek's okay.
No, it's good. It's good, but it's you know,
it's all right.
Uncle Nurse was better.
Yeah. So, you know, I remember we were talking, and you had said that you had, because we were talking about Milliman Green. And because our first battle of Ryes, we had Milliman Green.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right. We had
have that
Milliman
one.
Green in that first battle of Ryes. And you actually met
Heather.
Green, right?
Yes.
How was that? What was that like, meeting her?
That was a really cool experience. She actually came to a Total Wine in Boynton Beach, and she talked about a bunch of stuff, and then we got to do a pick with her, and that pick is actually going to be available for purchase at that Total Wine
In Boynton Beach.
in Boynton Beach.
Oh, we have a friend that works
Probably
there.
pretty soon.
Okay, we have a friend that works there.
Yeah, we'll
Talk to him about that.
We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
And I just thought she was a really nice person. She was fun to talk with, and we sampled a number of barrels. My favorite was not the one that was chosen, but apparently I made such a stink about that. They gave the bottle to me.
Did they really?
That's awesome.
That is awesome. That's how you get a free bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just make a stink. Just complain until they give it to you. They're just like, fine, take it.
But no, it was great meeting her, and she was just a really nice person.
Yeah, because I always look at the history and stories of these people. And I was so impressed with that story. Because I like the fact that more women are getting into the business.
It's happening.
It's definitely happening now. There's a lot more women in this industry because this is definitely male dominated. Let's call it out like it is. It's totally male dominated. Yeah. So the fact that we're finding more of these bourbons, or we found that whiskey from France that's owned by a woman, women owned, women run. Like I like that. I want that to happen more. So that's pretty cool. You got to meet them, and I have a bottle of the rye and I have a bottle of her bourbon. I like them both. Okay. The rye is very unique. That's a rye that almost like nearest flavors I've never come across in a rye before. Where it's almost wasn't even a rye, but I knew it was rye. It was just such a different experience. Yeah. Have you ever had her just a rye?
No, not the rye.
Okay. Do you have the bottle of bourbon too, or
yeah?
Okay, so the bourbon's really good. I mean, it's a very tasty bourbon.
Yeah, it honestly reminded me a lot of like a disco.
A disco.
Yeah,
that's a good way of describing that. Okay, I like that. I like that description. Disco. All right, like John Travolta style disco. Or?
Explain that a little bit. What do you mean by disco?
Oh, to those that don't know what I mean, Bardstown Discovery Series, because they're pulling in stuff from all over sometimes Canadian, and their blends for their Discovery Series are just very complex. They've got a lot going on, and I got the same kind of experience with the Millum.
Okay.
Okay.
So disco discovery.
Discovery.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was thinking disco like disco Inferno. I'm like, boom. Shut out in the bread there.
It'll make you go to the disco, Mike.
Right?
But-
Yeah, there you go. That's where you got to find a bear to get the cocaine.
Oh, jeez. No bears.
Unless he has cocaine. Never see your glass.
Yeah, the new disco has a white label, I believe. They're switching it up on us.
Oh, yeah, we clean that too.
Yeah, don't forget that.
All right, so we're going to number 3 here. All right, so this is the one that won our last Battle Rise.
And you've had this one before.
Yes,
Now, I can't remember based off your list. Do you have that one in your collection?
I do.
Okay. So you know what you're getting yourself into on this one.
I do.
It's a very good rye. A great rye. For the price. I mean, this one is $29.99 at Total Wine. I'm using Total Wine as my price point. You know,
Tough to find. It's not
Yes.
always there.
No, I think you got it online, right?
I had to buy it online. Yeah, I couldn't find it locally.
Yeah.
I poked around to a couple of places, wasn't available, so I just was like, let me see if I can find it online.
I mean, I've seen it for as much as $100 on the shelf before. So
Yeah.
This rye?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes people get a little crazy with
Actually,
their
it's funny.
pricing.
Today when I popped it on, I threw it on there to get a price point. I saw a couple of $100. I thought they were like specialty bottles or something like that.
No, they're just that.
This is that one. Oh, okay.
There's that. That's just
Wow.
sometimes people get crazy with the pricing.
But for somebody looking to get into ryes, this is one of 2 that I always recommend as the low rye option. And then you have like your 95.5s, like the bullets and the MGPs, obviously. But I believe this is like, 51%? So this is definitely a low rye.
See, I like bullet rye, but I like bullet rye as an old fashioned. It's a good old fashioned rye. Not,
Yeah.
I would drink. I remember this. I would drink just as just a rye by itself. Like I wouldn't. I mean, I would make a cocktail with this, but I would not make a cocktail with this.
This is a more mellow, sweeter rye.
Yeah.
More up my alley.
Yeah. All right. So quick history on this one. Just to remind everybody. So this started back in the 19th century. Antoine Prechard, a New Orleans dude, created a recipe for a medical elixir containing a blend of bitters and brandy, and this also became known as the first creation of the original cocktail.
Yep.
This is where the word cocktail and the whole idea of a cocktail came from. Then in 1838, a Creole immigrant named Thomas H. Handy acquired the bar called Merchants Exchange Coffee House. Handy recognized the growing popularity of the cocktail, and then started making variations of this drink. And then, it became so popular that he eventually purchased Sazerac brand in 1869, and changing the recipe from a cognac to a rye. So he's the one who kind of brought this into the rye world. It's kind of cool.
And what is a cognac?
Cognac it's I'm not a cognac guy. I have no
Do you
idea.
know what a cognac is?
I do not.
I have no idea. I remember my uncle made me drink one like when I was like 22 years old, and I was like,
Is it like almost all the way to being whiskey, but they stop it or something and it's sweeter?
or is it past a whiskey?
Well, I think past the whiskey would be vinegar. At some point, it just
Because
turns
I
to
know
vinegar.
people because cognac's in those crazy that special
To me, it's
glass.
super sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. That's why I didn't like it. I remember. You know what? Pull up the mighty internet.
Yeah, I'm going to
Pull up. Ask somebody on the
Save
internet.
us, Google. You're our only
Yeah.
hope.
Cyberdyne.
Okay, so it's a type of brandy.
So it's part of the brandy family.
And brandy is distilled grape juice.
That's right.
So cognac is distilled grape juice.
So it's like it's kind of like a descendant of the wine.
It's a fancy.
Distilled wine, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fancy or a different type of wine.
It's fancy.
It's like a
Just
port
like-
wine,
just like
and maybe
bourbon is-
past a port or something like that.
Just like bourbon is distilled beer,
Okay.
brandy, cognac is distilled wine.
Interesting. Interesting.
the more we know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I just remember trying it, and I was like, oh, I'm never drinking this again.
For me, I mean, so I've had cognac, and it always seems like really thick. I don't know about you guys. Like it's almost like a
I
thick
remember it being very
consistency.
thick, yes.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
No. All right, so our flavor profiles for the Sazerac Rye, 90 proof, $29, $29.99. Oh, and by the way, so the Michter's was Kentucky, Uncle Nearest was Tennessee, Sazerac is Kentucky now, a part of the whole Buffalo Trace family.
Yes.
So we have oak, leather, molasses, allspice, mint, eucalyptus, cinnamon, vanilla, and pepper.
Eucalyptus is on the nose because
yes.
just like shot straight up and made my eyes water.
Eucalyptus mint's there, that leather a little bit, the pepper's definitely there.
yeah.
Leather's there.
There is a little bit of sweetness.
I think that sweetness is that molasses.
That might be more vanilla.
What do you get? What are you getting there, Steve?
Leather vanilla.
Yeah, leather vanilla. I totally agree with that. Not getting any. Something's probably gonna be that taste. That's where the spice is gonna come from. Now, Steve, we had talked about this at the last whiskey class. You're using coconut water to clean your palate with. Why do you do that?
It's just one of those trial and error things, and I guess it must be the pH. Something about it. I feel like it just helps kind of neutralize me, bringing back to a baseline.
Okay, that's really interesting. I'm going to try it. The next time I do a tasting, I'm going to bring a bottle, a carton, or whatever you call those things now. A jug, whatever it is.
1 gallon.
I'll bring I'm just bringing a whole damn coconut.
Just bring the coconut.
Cut it open.
And while you're tasting, you're just sitting there hammering at it. Looking like Tom Hanks on the island.
Right. Well, my wife makes funny because I have really good coconut trees on my property. Oh. And when I cut them down, I'll just slam one on the ground and start drinking the juice out of it.
Well, there you go.
And
I got like 40 coconuts in my backyard if you want them.
She laughs at me about it's the most refreshing thing ever. I like coconut water when I work out or when I play sports. I just never thought about using it as a cleanser. Yeah. But I am going to try that next time.
Okay.
I am definitely going to try that next time because I do like coconut. I like that brand, the One. Ever see that brand One?
No.
Coconut? Oh, that's one I like. There's like 20 different brands out there. I like One. But
which
this
one?
Is okay. Huh?
Which one?
One.
No, I know, but which one?
One.
Who's on first?
Cocaine Bear's on second.
Everybody run.
It's all going back to everything's going to circle back around to that Cocaine Bear. Let me tell you this right now.
The Cocaine Bear episodes. Yep. There's that very interesting flavor to it.
This drink's dangerously close to a bourbon.
This is so good, though.
It's not super spicy. That's the thing I like about it. And you kind of get like those seasonings, those baking spices right at the beginning. And it's got to be like molasses.
Like that.
It's really nice. So it's like almost barely noticeable that it's spicy. So it almost doesn't feel like a rye.
It's like coating my tongue. It's like just such a nice.
I don't know.
Steve.
Yep, a lot of honey, and it's like you're a bourbon, and you're just tipping your toe over the line into the.
It's like I'm a rye now.
Yeah, that leather's gone. It's just that flavor is so good.
It did 49% corn.
This is really. Now I remember why this one. In fact, we had to do extra innings, if you will.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We did actually have to do this one again.
We had found this rye from Virginia, Braddock.
Okay.
Braddock Oak.
Braddock Oak, and that's all they do is ryes.
Yep.
And they make like 3 different kind of ryes.
It was ridiculously good.
It was very good. It was a tough battle that one, but Stratford won. In fact, check out the website, Braddock Oak Rye, Braddock Oak Distillery. They make a specialty rye that they partner with that band Gore. Remember that band Gore? You ever hear of the band Gore they're like from the late 90s?
No.
Oh, they make a specialty bottle. They partnered with how like people partner with like how Heaven's Gate partnered with what's his name? Bob Dylan.
Blackened, obviously.
Right, and Blackened with the Metallica. But like the bottle's crazy and the cap is crazy. But Gore was like this crazy band that they had all these get-ups, like costumes.
What kind of music?
Like heavy metal-ish.
Okay.
Back in
Gore metal.
Gore metal. They were good. They're their own kind of metal, actually.
Yes, they were gore. Seriously, I'm not even joking.
Yeah. It was weird. But the fact that they partnered with them to make a rye, and it's a specialty rye they only put out certain times in the year. So it's kind of interesting. But that Braddock, their Braddock Oak rye, it's a really good rye. If you like your ryes, I highly suggest go pick one up. I forgot it was like $29 a bottle.
Yeah, something like that.
And are they distilling or what are they doing?
They did, they're their own distiller. They also make brandy, which is kind of funny. They make a couple of kinds of brandies too. I think they made a vodka too.
I believe so.
Yeah, they made a vodka. Well, I've noticed is a lot of these distilleries they make some type of white liquor.
It's like it's almost like
clear liquor.
maybe the smaller ones they kind of do multiples to kind of spread it out there.
Yeah, it also helps pay the bills while they're
Yes,
Let's turn over.
Yeah. Because there's a Florida whiskey we had tried recently, Stolen.
Yes,
and they make a vodka too. I forgot they're out of St. Pete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Oh, is it?
Oh, really?
Ever hear of Stolen?
I've not.
Oh, it's a good whiskey.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I wish the bottle, the cap didn't rip off.
The cap ripped right off. I don't know what happened with
Like
that.
it was like dry rotted or something. I went to go pull it and it literally just like popped the top off and then the rest of it fell in. I was like,
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Some cork, it's good for you.
It's good.
A little protein.
Yeah, a little cork is good for you.
Fiber, protein,
Yeah.
it's good in there. So What do you think? So you are obviously have a bottle of this. So what do you think of Sazerac? Like overall?
I think it's a really easy sipper, but it doesn't wow me.
Okay. So you think it's kind of like the, you know, as you said, if you're going to intro someone to a rye, like this is a good way to do it because it's not going to be too crazy. It's not too hot or anything like that. It's a nice, easy sipper so that...
This is the definition of a tiptoe into rye.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the next... Oh, wait, you still have a little bit more left there, so we got to... Take your time. The bear's outside. You're safe.
Now we do full 2-ounce shots.
Yeah, we're getting as we're going on, you know. Your car's self-driving right now.
Oh, man.
All right, so going for the ice/water droplets.
Looking forward to this one.
Thank you, sir.
So now the biggest question that's coming up is, out of these three, who's still hanging in there?
Well, I think we wait till...
Oh, no.
No? We'll do it right now?
Oh, well, I mean, we'll get to that because that last one is going to be the one kicking the crap out of the...
Right, because right now I think we all agreed that the uncle was leaning ahead of Michter's at this point.
And then you said, I think I kind of agree with Steve on that. Maybe the Sazerac wasn't up to the challenge. They didn't eat their Wheaties this morning or something like that.
Yeah, so far I agree.
They just got bicycle kicked out the ring.
I was already thinking Uncle is still right now in the lead at this point.
Yeah.
You know, for this famous battle that we're doing tonight.
Infamous. I wouldn't call it famous.
Infamous. Your steaks were infamous tonight, man.
That's how I always look at it too. Is what's going to set something apart? What's going to make it special, unique, different?
And you did the 4 droplets again, right?
I went with 4.
4. All right.
Why not 5? The nose did change a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the same like.
Yeah, the
clear out
gone. Yeah, it's not clear. It's not clearing my senses right now. I was the sweetness, more sweetness came out of out of it now.
It honestly seems tamer than the Michter's.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Mm-hmm. And it's a higher proof.
It almost became flat.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good way of saying that. Where the Michter's was only 84 proof, I'm thinking the Michter's was even stronger. Or felt stronger.
Well, all the flavors they stopped being their own.
Yeah.
It just kind of became like this flat flavor profile. I'm not really getting anything now. It's like you can smell it, but before it was like you got the honeys, you had the baking spices, you had molasses, you had things that were in there that you could.
So
pull
actually,
out.
Take it back. I would make a cocktail. If I'm at a place at a bar, I'd order that, use that for a cocktail. Yeah.
Maybe it's Sazerac.
Because it got so flat with the ice when you make obviously a cocktail has the ice.
See, I can confidently say that's at the bottom for me of the 3 so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, not that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
It's enjoyable.
Look,
it's just not special enough to me.
Right. No, look. Any of these I would drink, right? But you're correct. Right now I'm going Uncle, Michter's, Sazerac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get behind that.
Yeah. Well, that Uncle's a battler, man. He's just fighting. This old guy's fighting.
He's throwing haymakers.
So are you from Florida originally, Steve? Where are you from originally?
3rd generation, yeah.
Floridian?
Born and raised, yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
Wow, that's a rare breed.
I know.
You are a true rare breed. my wife's a Floridian, a native Floridian. She was born in West Palm.
Okay.
So, but she's a 1st generation born. My daughter would be a 2nd generation born. I'm from New York. I don't know where you're from.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever you're from.
You know where I'm from.
Where are you
it's
from?
Literally
somewhere up north in this little place called
the better place.
Oh, the better place. So you're 3rd generation here. That's actually kind of cool. I don't think I've ever met a 3rd generationer.
Wow. Well, hey.
It's interesting.
Nice to meet you.
Where'd you grow up at?
St. Pete.
St. Pete? Okay. That's right. You said that earlier. Okay.
Yeah. So did your family have like a cool history of like, I don't know, drug running and smuggling and stuff like that? I've met some people that have been like longer generations here in Florida, and like some of that is in the family line somewhere. usually.
Not at all, unfortunately.
You gotta be from Miami for that part, I think.
Well, I know some people from up this area, right? So, not at all. No. Just kind of hang out and
St. Pete.
Yeah.
St. Pete. Yeah. That's so funny. What got you down to South Florida then?
Work.
Okay.
You ever get over there to like hang out and visit again, or?
Yeah, I was actually just there for a wedding a few months ago.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I've only been to St. Pete once, I think. I think it was just once. I went to see a museum, the Dolly Museum or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you went to that? I've always wanted to go to that.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've always wanted. I'm a big Dolly fan, so
It was really cool, like seeing his whole life and all that. But I also went like downtown and like did a couple of pub hopping and all that. I was staying in Punta Gorda at the time, so it was like an hour and a half drive.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool.
The downtown is a lot better than it used to be when I was there. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
How much better it is now.
Everything's gotten better in the last 20 years.
Well,
Every downtown, everything's more. Since Florida got more populated,
Yeah.
people from the north, it's all grown the right way.
Well, so the weird part is when I was there. I mean, it wasn't like holidays or anything like that. I just was like, let's just go and hang out, right? The downtown was actually oddly dead. Like there was nothing going on really. It was weird. The bars and stuff were open. There were still people around, but like it was really easy to find parking. It was really easy to go into a bar and
Was it like a Tuesday night or something?
No. This was like a Saturday.
afternoon.
This was like a Saturday at like I don't know, like just after 1, I think, because we drove up and then went to the Dolly and then afterwards went to go grab lunch, and it was like really kind of tame. I was like, for a city, this is kind of awesome actually, because it's you're not struggling to find parking or nothing. So, just an interesting thing. That was my experience in St. Pete.
Okay. I've always wanted to go there because of that museum. I never got there yet. I should take my daughter there actually.
You should do the trip. It's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
And you got Tampa right there too.
Yeah. I didn't make it that far though. It's like another 45 minutes north or something.
East, yeah.
Or east. Yeah.
All right, so now we're coming up to the wild card,
All right.
the Cinderella story.
You guys ready?
I'm not.
Like I said, the
but
rye of the
I'm
hour, the rye with the power, the rye not to be sour, the treaty oak.
I want to stretch first.
Oh, do I want to stretch on this one? Hold on, let me get up. Let me get my legs going. So what's the history? Talk to us about what's our history here with this rye? It was out of Texas.
Yeah, so Treaty Oak is a Texas distillery.
Okay.
But this juice is not from Texas. It's from Canada.
Huh.
And the Shenley distillery, they shut down, so you're never going to be able to get this stuff again.
Ooh.
Which makes it kind of special.
Yeah, it does.
And what do we have here? This is 11-year, 8-month-old. And, it's rye. The mash bill, I could not find. But I have my guesses. But I don't want to tell you guys.
Is it because we didn't tell you of the other three?
No, I want to see what you think it is.
Because of you, I'm going to start looking for mash bill, by the way. I'm just reading about this batch of rye made with particular.
So how did you come
mash
across
bill,
this?
mature and complex from years.
So it was a pick from.
Inlet.
Okay, from the inlet. Where's Inlet at?
On Blue Heron?
Okay. So the Inlet
Liquor store.
Liquor store. I was going to call it a Packy.
You and your
Liquor.
freaking Massachusetts.
So the Inlet down off of Blue Heron had this.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you? When did you go and pick it up?
Oh, gosh. Probably over a year ago.
Okay. So it's definitely not available anymore. So we're trying something.
So this is obviously one of your a prize based off how I see you bought this a year and a half ago. Based on what's left in this bottle, this is a prized possession.
It is.
Yes. Okay.
It's a special one to me.
Thank you for bringing this tonight. Then
Don't drop it.
I only dump my wife's wine. So I'm very okay. Once again, this is 134 proof. This is the highest proof I've ever drank before in my life. This is definitely.
I mean, I've done Bacardi 151. So
no, I'm talking about whiskey wise. I'm talking whiskey wise. I mean, come on. I've done Everclear and I've done Ouzo.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I don't know how not short proof Ouzo is.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to this though.
I mean, this is like I said, man. Rye.
So how did you come across it? Was it just like a happenstance? You happened to go in the Inlet one day?
Did you know about it when you walked in there, or
No.
okay?
That store has a bunch of great picks.
So give us the story a little bit on how you came across this particular.
Was it just there?
It was there.
Just there.
And like, so what, all right. So then, like, you know, did you talk to anybody about it? Like, find out what the deal was with it, or was it just kind of like you're like, oh, this is a cool bottle, let me just pick it up, and then after bringing it home, you did a little bit of research, and then
Be very respectful to the pours. I'm definitely going just right to the line. Okay.
No, hey, whiskey's for sharing, guys.
so yeah, you know, like, what got you to buy this particular bottle?
Well, it was a proof point that, you know, you don't see a lot. And the age was definitely impressive. That caught me. That caught my eye.
Wow. And now we have no flavor profiles. We're actually going into this blind.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna do a nose profile.
Make sure you
real
clean
quick.
your palate a little bit, sir.
Yeah, clean your palate.
No, we've already done it.
Have I?
No. We're ready to go.
Oh yeah, I milked myself.
I'm milking. Leave me alone.
Sir, not at the dinner table, okay?
Table after the show. We're gonna film it and pay people to watch.
Guest over here just taking liberties, I tell you.
Oh, that smell is really good.
Well, that's a lot.
There's a lot going on here.
It's a lot less intense than I thought it was going to be. Like, way less intense.
I'm getting vanilla. Some kind of
There's something there.
just pepper. In my opinion, I'm getting pepper. My nose is like a little tingly right now. What are you getting, Steve? I mean, you've had this before, so you got to path us a little bit here, man. Oh, he's going both nostrils.
It really has a profile close to a bourbon for me. I'm getting a lot of leather.
Yeah, leather, oak.
There's something there that I can't put my finger
Canadian pine, no. The fact this has this is a Texas.
Right.
The fact this is a Texas whiskey that has a Canadian influence. It's really interesting.
It's a Canadian distillate.
Okay, I'm going in.
Wow.
What the hell?
This is different.
This is very.
I like it.
I've got my note for the
You know
palate,
what?
but I want to hear yours first.
I'm getting charred.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm smelling. And I figured I was going to taste that.
Charred pepper.
Yeah, I honestly didn't get much on the nose, but the mouth just explodes.
Yes. My mouth is like not on fire, but it's like going.
I get vanillas. I
Yeah.
get the rye spice.
The hint vanilla.
Charcoal.
I'm getting a lot of chard. I'm getting a lot of chard out of this.
A little bit of honey. Like in there, maybe some cherry or
I was
something like
gonna
that.
say
Something sweet.
I was going to say molasses or honey. I was about to say molasses a little bit. Is there something sweet going on in there? Wow, this is
It's like cherry or honey, one of those two.
like for
This is good, though.
134 proof, man.
So, guys, for considering the proof,
Yeah.
what do you think about this one?
I like this. So I have to ask a question though, because we've done price points here. What is the price point with this when you got this?
Oh, shoot. 70 or 80, I think.
Okay. So we'll call it 75. We'll just go in the middle there. Okay. And something that you may not really be able to find. And
This is crazy.
there was no website for this, right? Like when you did your history, there's no treaty.com, right?
Well, Treaty Oak is a distillery that's still open and they're doing their thing.
There's still, okay, but
Yeah.
do they have a website? I mean, I'm just
Yes,
curious.
they do.
They do. Okay.
Now, being a Texas distillery, as you know, many do, their ages are typically younger than most others. And that's just, because of the climate they have there.
Well, that's true. We've tried a few Texas whiskeys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. I'm actually, maybe even chocolate now. It's weird.
Yeah, so I get a lot of like big red gum on the palate.
That's that cinnamon. That's that spicy.
A
Yeah.
little sweet.
I'm not getting chocolate, but only because I had to Delmore recently, so that chocolate,
I don't know. This is really good. This is a really good rye. It's not as hot as I thought it would be.
All right, so
That's exactly why I brought it.
It's kind of surprising, actually.
Yes.
they need to be next to each other for right now. Wow.
I think this one just came in and just like did one of those weird like from the top punches down.
Like I said, rye of the hour, rye with the power, rye not to be sour. I mean, this is really good.
This is ridiculous. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I mean, like if I had this blind, I would have said maybe 115 proof.
Oh yeah, I put it in that. It's definitely hotter than
I would have said over
than
100,
anything we've had,
easy
but-
over 100. I mean,
Well, you can
Oh,
get,
yeah.
you
No,
get that in the nose.
It's hot, but it's not 135 hot.
No, that's the weird part. Like on the nose when I initially smelled it, like, yeah, now that it's kind of aired out a little bit and I've had some. Wow. Yeah, it's not 135 hot. Not even close. This is weird and ridiculous, and I love it.
yeah,
And I'm sad that I can't have my own bottle of it.
right.
But I'm appreciative that you were willing to share it.
All right, so we're gonna
That's
go
what
in
it's
for the
for.
next phase of this because I'm very curious what's gonna happen.
Are you still doing 4?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Like when you did that, you're like, it was almost like you're like at a Senate hearing. Yes.
Gotta build the suspense.
It's like, did you know you should call me hooker? Yes.
Holy grace. That's crazy, man.
This is an epic night for the Frisky whiskey, in my opinion, because this is just.
So now I wasn't sure. Does this count as a true competitor because you can't get it anymore?
A rye is a rye. I don't care what you say. It's a rye.
So
I mean, that's a good point. You know, and I didn't think about how you just said that. I didn't really.
well, so
Can you get that one behind him?
Yeah.
yeah, the one that you brought.
One you can get. Okay, we might bring a 5th one in tonight.
No, I think
No?
we're good with the
All
4. But
See, I get crazy.
you do have a good point. However, I think there can always be the exception. So we can call Uncle Nearest the winner of the trio that we tried, right? I think we can all agree Uncle Nearest
The
out
obtainables.
of the obtainables, right?
Yeah.
At 1. So I think Uncle Nearest this evening
Yeah,
won the June
I'll
Madness.
take that. Yes.
However, with the wild card, I mean, honestly,
I mean, this one came in from ever watch wrestling?
Yeah.
it's in its own
So,
it's its own category.
You know
though.
when the guy comes running out of the out of the locker room and
With a
goes,
chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This guy's doing that right now. He's got a chair. He's got a bat. He's doing something, man. He's messing up the guy who just lost a championship. You know, I mean, it's kind of interesting.
But it's just different. It's its own category. That's the thing is like I can't even compare this to a rye that I've ever tried. It's just its own
Right.
thing. It's completely different.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it as much as I did.
Well, it's all right. So it's kind of like right. So DeCabe's, we've done the Milliman Green Rye category of its own.
Yes.
Then the one where we did, I think it was with the Sazerac Rye.
There was the rival, the South Carolina one. That
Yeah.
was one that was its own category.
its own category. It was just like it was too
Different.
not rye
Yeah.
rye
Yeah.
for me to like it. And this is not that it's not rye, right? You can tell this is rye, but it's again its own level of rye. It would almost be unfair to say this even has a competition in this, like, because if this was readily available with any, like, this would be sold out. This would be, like the Blantons where it's impossible to find, and if you do happen to come across the bottle, it'd be like $400.
And I love how modest it is because look at the top. It's just a little metal top.
Yeah.
screw cap.
Oh, this is like not. Yeah, exactly. It's a metal screw
I
top.
appreciate the modesty.
Yes.
Seriously, thank you for sharing this. This is awesome. This is awesome.
I'm getting vanilla.
Ooh, that smelled really mellowed
Am I
out.
wrong? Am I wrong? The vanilla popped out of this big time in the smell.
I was right with the vanilla. I knew it was there. That's nice. Also, it clouds up a lot, so there must be like. Oh, you did. Well, I mean, you only put 4 drops. I put some ice in there. With the ice in there, it clouds
The
up.
legs on this is very nice too. By the way, they have thick legs.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it has thick legs.
Still holds up though. That spiciness is still there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, but it holds up, but it's not punching me now. It's just more like I'm here. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
I like this a
It's
lot.
still stronger than the other 3, but not punching
Are
me.
you
as
sure
much.
I can't?
So this is, I think, the first time that I've tried this with water.
And what do you think?
And I think banana nut bread with raisins. And it's just really
So I'm getting dried fruit. So the fact you said raisins, I'm getting dried fruit out of this now. So that's interesting. So, okay. So do you like it better with the drops of water in it? Being a neat guy that you are?
One of my favorite episodes of Friends, by the way. I'm a neat guy.
I'm a neat guy.
I might. It's really, really close on that one, honestly. It's a lot of fun because, like I said, I haven't done it with water before. And now this banana nut, the raisin.
I think it mellowed it out just enough for other things to come out.
It is banana. That is banana nut. Yeah. I mean, it's like it's on my tongue right now. It's like I feel like that is like banana nut bread. This is
brought out some cool stuff. Yeah.
You know what? I'm just wow.
So I definitely, yep.
Yep.
Yep, it's good.
Yep.
No, Uncle Nearest won this battle, though.
Nearest is, it's not fair to put this against Nearest. It's just not. This is like,
as you put it, the obtainables.
Yep. Yeah.
Uncle Nearest Rye, I think.
I didn't realize this was so unattainable until we talked about it either. Yeah. But this is such a treat for tonight. Like, this is a treat, man. Like, I feel like it's Christmas right now. And I came downstairs and like all the presents are there. And anyway, like I opened this one first. I'm like, I'm not opening another present now. I'm good.
Just gonna go back to my room now. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, like this is
thanks, Santa.
Wow.
So Uncle Nearest run this battle.
So
with the 100 proof.
The June Madness, Uncle Nearest wins.
Yeah.
But look, anybody out there, you can find Treaty Oak.
I mean, have you tried any of their other stuff from Treaty Oak?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
So is it? If I say it, Shivney? Am I saying it right? Shivney?
I believe it's Shenley.
Shenley. Yeah. Shenley Reserve Rye. If you find
that looks like Shenley.
Whatever price it is, you buy it.
And
do it. Do it. Pull up money.
Money doesn't matter. $30,000.
Well,
money matters a little bit.
Pics of this out there that I've seen. I don't know their obtainability, but there are others that exist.
The fact that it started in Canada,
yeah,
it's almost like an immigrant rye.
Well, the Shenley distillery has a pretty storied history. It almost goes back 100 years. They were at one time the only liquor available in Hawaii during World War II.
Huh.
And at that time, it didn't have the best reputation. It was actually known as Shenley's Black Death. It tells you something about how much they enjoyed it.
What an interesting story. World War II.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So why did they call it Black Death?
Because they did not enjoy it very much.
Really, that's it?
I can understand why. Because you think about it.
Was it like a massive hangover?
No. Think about it. It's almost like where I was in the Keys. More sweet drinks, right? Tequila or rum drinks. Rum was just sweet. It was all sugar. Tequila, margaritas, very sweet type of drinks. Hawaii, I mean, they love Spam.
They do.
But, I mean, think about Hawaii. That's like a sweet drink type of place. You get your drinks in a coconut. So, introduce something like that to Hawaii. Like, this is like pepper.
Yeah, but there was a base there. So, I mean, there's dudes from all over the place.
Yeah, once you're there, you're there.
I think they'd want to taste at home. I don't know.
Well, that's...
Either way,
that's just,
I appreciate you sharing it with us, and it does not taste like Black Death. So
this one definitely doesn't.
I'm definitely going to check out this the distillery though, Treaty Oak.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my own research on this, and I'm gonna find this. I'll let you know if I do, because you got to have to. Yeah,
please do.
Yeah, I'm gonna find this.
Well, this was.
I mean, for 134 proof,
one heck of an episode.
Like either neat or on ice. This is a very good rye. Yeah. Wow. All right, so we're getting to the end of our show here. All right, so the Battle of Ryes. As much as I wanted to bring somebody into this battle, I mean, I'm sorry. This is the manager that comes out and beats the hell out of the guy with the stick.
Yeah, he runs the joint.
Yeah, he's like the Captain Lou Albino.
Yeah.
You know, because it hits you with the baseball bat and knocks down the guy, and the guy loses the belt because like it wasn't fair. Yeah. Uncle Nearest, Uncle, Cry Uncle, Sazerac, Michters, you guys are good, but Uncle Nearest Rye, go get it. It's a great rye for the price.
100%.
Great rye for the price. $51.99. Get it for.
And this stood up against 9 other ryes technically.
Yes, in my opinion, yeah.
And now they're doing their own thing. Now they're distilling it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and check out their websites. All have good websites. Uncle Nearest has a great website. Great cocktail recipes on our website, which we're gonna be doing that in the future show. We're gonna do a mixologist series. I think we're gonna hit the websites and make their cocktails.
Yeah, we're getting into
that's
it.
coming soon. I'm gonna do some research for our listeners out here. This Trinity Oak. I'm gonna find.
Yeah.
I
want to see what this distillery has.
Yeah, and
I'm interested.
I want to find this. I'm gonna find that.
Good luck.
I'm gonna find it.
Don't
find it.
you know?
It's the internet. I can find anything on the internet. I can find Cocaine Bear. I can find this.
But with that said, thank you, Steve, for bringing this amazing
thanks
rye.
for joining us tonight.
Thanks for hanging out.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, a great time. I hope you want to come back one time. I think we had a great time tonight hanging out, talking. Actually, before we go,
Oh boy.
where's your phone?
In my pocket.
Pull your phone out.
Why?
Pull your phone out. So we're actually having a cigar tonight. I can't remember what we were.
Oh, the one that we picked up from Fox Cigars not that long ago.
Because I'm feeling better now. I can start smoking cigars again.
Even though you've hacked your lungs out twice. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Leaf Georoge Washington.
So I know. If I remember correctly, you're not a big cigar guy. You could join us if you want. If not, just hang out with us. We're gonna do a little victory cigars tonight. We have the Leaf.
I just said it.
Say it again.
Well, now I have to go pull it up again.
Oh my
It was
God. Hit a button.
Leaf Georoge Washington.
So Leaf. If you never had a Leaf cigar, Leaf by Oscar is an awesome
We've
cigar.
had those before, actually.
Actually, they're packaged kind of cool because they're actually wrapped in a tobacco leaf, which is really cool. Check out foxcigars.com. They're at Arizona. They have a great online presence. Quick, fast, free shipping. You probably get in 2 or 3 days. Get their sampler packs. They're awesome.
Their sampler packs are actually really awesome.
Get their sampler
And they're
packs.
custom made, too.
Yes. They're different every month.
Yep.
Every week, sometimes they're different. Get in their mailing list. They have great specials. Check them out. Our friends out in Arizona. Great place to get cigars. But tonight, awesome night. T.I., great job with the steaks.
Hey.
Steve, great job bringing the Trinity Oak.
Great job bringing whiskey.
And we have actually, you know what? We're going to probably jump on and do a little extra thing on Instagram with the, you brought another rye tonight.
I did.
What did you bring tonight? What's the other rye?
That's the Redwood Empire Rocket Top.
So we're going to have a little bit that with the cigar tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So great night tonight, Steve. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, Battle of Ryes is over. June Madness is done. Uncle Nearest wins with the Captain Little Albino Trinity Oak that beat the hell out of everybody.
Came in there swinging.
Great night tonight. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Check us out. Like us. Follow us. Have a good time tonight. Enjoy. Good night, everybody.
Have a good one, everybody.
Cheers, all.